Well, I thought before we start anything, I'd take a selfie of us while we still like each other. So if you could all just smile for me. Okay, so that's good. So that's this may be the first and last time, right there. We got it.
Who asks the tougher questions, the fans or the media?
Well, you know, the questions are in some ways the same, but they're different. Obviously, the media, you know, these are professionals who, you know, want to tell the story of our league, and I think their questions were fair. I mean, a couple of them are tough.
When will we stop selling safe when we know there's nothing we can do to make the game safer?
The thing about the fans is that their questions come from they're just so from the heart.
Questions. One is, can you sign my Randy Ambrosie football cards?
I want very much to have a great relationship with the media. I think the media in our country do a great job of telling our story. We should work hard to be transparent and open with the media. But there is nothing quite like being with the fans, and they're just so almost perfect in that they make you feel good. Like you're in the room with them and they are making you feel good, and they're so full of energy and so full of love. So look, I think it's a horse race, but in the end, I think the fans win by a nose.
The fans don't just want to ask you questions. They want to touch you, they want to hug you. What's it like for you being the symbol of the league for them?
Well, you know, I was as you know, I was an offensive lineman, so we're used to not being the face of a team. Look, I'd say on one hand, it's odd for me to be cast in that role, but in some ways, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. We should make this a national conversation. Football should be on the hearts and minds of people 12 months a year in Canada, and we should be talking about these types of things. You know, you've raised some really good points today. My mom, you know, believed that you should reach out and extend a hand to everybody, and that if you listen to people, you could, you know, good things can happen. And that's been the greatest part of this, is you reach out a hand to a fan and they tell you a story, they say thank you, they take a picture with them, and I hope that Mom's watching and is proud of the way I represent those values that she shared with my brothers and I.
And I'll close by saying that I am so proud to be a CFL alumnus. I am so proud to have been part of this league. I'm so proud of all of you and all that you have done and all that you have stood for. I think this game has a very bright future. I think that the opportunity to grow and build our alumni is in front of us.
The third part of that trinity that builds up the league is the players. You've got some time to spend with the players. Is that experience now different for you? Not just as an alumni in that room, but now the commissioner?
Well, you know, look, these are my brothers. You know, many of them I played with, and I will be my friends for the rest of my life. But you know, I have the greatest of respect for the guys that played the game then and now. I am so super excited about these world-class athletes that are playing. And last night's awards, we saw the best of the best. And when you listen to them speak, if you don't love these guys, then you know, then you're not listening, because they're all amazing in their own way. And I felt so honored and proud to be connected to this generation of players, as I will for all the players that come along my journey. You know, the good-natured hostility, and I can tell you I played, so there was some not-so-good-natured hostility that goes with it. But behind all of that are just a whole bunch of Canadians that get together for a party, and they celebrate together in that perfect Canadian way. You know, one team's colors, another team's colors, some wearing orange, some wearing green, some wearing blue, and at the end of the day, everyone just comes together and has a lot of fun.
Can you use the excitement, the pomp and circumstance around Grey Cup week to energize the business community?
Well, sure you can, because if you're looking at it through lens of practicality, this is a tremendous place for people to entertain their guests. You know, Canadians love being here. There's an energy and an excitement. There's lots of events. So when you start talking to them about all the great things that revolve around our national championship, you know, it's kind of easy to draw people in and make them feel like this could be a great place for them. It's kind of constantly on my mind that, you know, this is such a great place for us to be, and a great place for corporate Canada to be. So again, these are just super easy conversations to have, and it's like the easiest part of my job.
And to all of you who have joined us here tonight, you appear to be having some fun. I've noticed that that's a bit of a theme here.
in the Ottawa Grey Cup.
So at this event, you're not the commissioner, you're at Randy Ambrosie, the Twitter handle,
yeah.
And you get to see the keyboard warriors who've talked to you all year. What is the social aspect of your job like for you?
I mean, I'm of the generation that didn't understand this stuff, and of course it's been taken over by, you know, the millennials and Gen Xers, and they're all amazing. You can take a picture which can communicate so much information, and I've used it particularly with fans. And it's just a nice way of connecting those little experiences in the stadium or, you know, in a crowd, a nice way of connecting those with a bigger audience, which I really enjoy. I take a lot of energy from the fans. I get a chance to meet great sponsors, as you saw. And, you know, tonight I got a chance to visit with the officials for the game. I still believe I've got the greatest job in Canada, and today was just another example of how wonderful this job really is, and I'm grateful for it.